Welcome back, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family, to yet again another stream. 18 days straight in a row now. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. We've got Thomas already in the live stream saying good morning, God bless from America. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining the stream, Tom. And yeah, more exciting stuff to talk about with Kaspa today and with crypto in general. I think that could be potentially a good time to start preparing yourself. We're still seeing this consolidation phase I've been speaking about for the past few weeks, with Kaspa being between the 17 to 15 cent range, and I think we're going to continue seeing that for the next potential week or two. But I think it's quickly approaching where we're going to start seeing a push towards the upside potentially. I think there's potential due to the developments happening. For example, the fact that Marathon seems to be getting back into Kaspa once again, which there are reasons that I have reasons as to why I believe they're doing that, and ultimately it's very, very bullish news. So yeah, it's going to be another very great stream, I'm sure. Currently we can see Kaspa's value at 16.65 cents, up 0.74% on the daily time frame. And yeah, ultimately I think we are in a very, very unique and strong position. Again, I want to remind you all that in accordance to the power law, both Bitcoin and Kaspa are currently undervalued. The fair value for Bitcoin right now should be 73k, being at its all-time high, and it's not there right now. It's just below 60k. And Kaspa's support level, being its bottom, should be at 18. Its fair value should be 26, and right now it's sitting at 16. So this is from the 14th of August, but ultimately we are about to see a lot of momentum generate for Kaspa very shortly, I am sure, especially considering these factors. This is the hash rate, right? From the 12th of August, so 6 days ago now, 814. Today is at 857. So at this current rate, we could honestly see 1,000 PH or 1 EH before the end of this month, which would be massive, massive news. And I am very excited for when that might happen. Good morning, TJ Tommy Boy. Humbly just made it to the shark, although baby shark. Hey, you know what? You're there, my friend. You are there. So that's all well and good. It's all well and good. Ultimately, the best thing to do is just, keep building your knowledge, remain logical and not emotional, and keep up with the investing, my friend. You're doing very well for yourself, I'm sure. And for anyone who is just joining the stream and is not aware, in the chat right now, it's my free Discord server that I created about 2 weeks ago now, a little over that, already surpassing 200 members. Did that yesterday, and it's growing at such an alarming rate. We have learned so much in this server already as a collective. My friend Pokey Seraphim yesterday put in a potential crypto gem, but going by the name of Telos, which I am still yet to do research into. Unfortunately, I was very busy yesterday, but again, this is the whole point of the server, this free server, where we can all just talk about projects that have potential and make even more money. So yeah, ultimately it's a very, very exciting time. In my server as well, we're able to call certain market sentiments as well, the likes of this run up here when Kaspa broke its all-time high. A lot of us thought it could be the run up, but at the same time, with the Fed not cutting rates and Warren Buffett selling 50% of Apple stock, and also with Japan's yen rising against the dollar, we had a feeling that we could see a heavy correction and a crash with Kaspa and the rest of crypto, and we were right. And some of my community were able to call bottoms. I bought in here. Some of us even bought in down here. So this community has been very, very helpful already in the 2 weeks it's been up, and it's going to go quicker and quicker, I'm sure. I'm hoping to reach 500 by the end of next month or sometime next month, and that'd be incredible. So again, if you want to join, feel free. The link is currently on the screen, it's in the chat, in the description as well, and also it is on my YouTube homepage. Hope you had a good weekend. Thank you very much, my friend. I mean, the weekends are always a very nice time to have a bit of downtime. Ultimately, though, the grind never stops. I'm still trying to build my knowledge. Yesterday I was a bit busy, as I mentioned, so I didn't get to do as much research as I would have liked. But ultimately, yes, my weekend's going good, and I'm equally looking forward to the days coming forward when we see the turnaround, the reversal, and the crypto pump. Good morning from Florida. Welcome, Kas Maxi. Welcome, my friend. Hello, Quick Crypto. Do you buy other cryptos, just Kaspa? No, I do have some other crypto investments. Ultimately, right now, Kaspa's by far my biggest bag. I believe it's about 70% of my portfolio, if not a little bit more now. That's my biggest bag by a long shot. And then I have diversified my assets to hedge my bets on other assets as well. Majority right now is in the real world utilities. So that includes XRP, it includes XLM, XDC, HBAR, Quant, Algorand, all those projects. XRP is probably the second biggest bag I hold. I understand the shortcomings with it and the problems with it due to the centralized nature of it. So there's, the risk of rug pulls and whatnot, which is why my bag in it is not significant. But because all these governments and institutions and central banks and everyone's talking about XRP right now as this bridging asset, as this backbone of the new monetary system with blockchain, I figured it's worth putting a bit of money in just in case. But at the same time, in saying that, as we heard in this Kaspa roundtable, for those who I've talked about in 2 streams now, the KII also confirmed that they're focusing on projects which will include Kaspa. They need Kaspa for it even, and the projects they're focusing on will allow Kaspa to compete and potentially surpass what Ripple's doing and HBAR doing with HBAR and XRP are doing in the finance sector. So in the few years to come, we could see Kaspa completely take over the whole financial sector, and evidently right now is going to take over the energy sector right now, which is very, very good to see. So I'm very much looking forward to what's coming with Kaspa, as I imagine all of you are as well. When do you think Kaspa will hit $1? Well, it's an interesting topic. It's a good question. It really depends. Right now, we know. I haven't got the page up. So we know that Kraken have announced Kaspa on their roadmap, and typically speaking, it takes 1 to 1.5 months for a project to be added to the actual exchange when they're added to the listing on the roadmap. And also Kraken are speeding up their listing times now. They announced this as well. I put it in a previous stream. It was a stream I think a few days ago now. This one here, 4 days ago, I mentioned it, how we could potentially we could see it by the end of the month. I think it's probably a bit unlikely, but I think we can see it very, very soon. And that will do very, very bullish thing for Kaspa price action. And not to mention as well that Binance, of course, have Kaspa futures and then also have the Kaspa zero fees mining pool, which will build up the liquidity. So I think if we see both Binance and Kraken before the end of this year, which seems very possible right now, we could see a $1 Kaspa before the end of this year. Not to mention as well, again, the KRC20 and Rust 10 BPS is looking very likely to come in the next month or potentially maybe a month and a half. So again, a lot's incoming, and I'm very, very optimistic where Kaspa is going to be in the next, well, for September especially. I mean, I'm pretty sure one of my tabs here I have up here mentions that some big stuff are coming in September as well. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I'll be Kaspa Fish in a few days for 30k Kaspa. My man, keep going. Keep going. You're doing very well for yourself by all means. Good morning, future crypto millionaires. Good morning, Beeb, my man. In here in every single stream, you're a legend. Please can you share in the chat on all other coins you are buying? I can share in the chat real quick. I mean, right now I'll just share my top 3. It's mainly just I'll share my top 3 because again my main project right now is Kaspa. So I'll share my top 3, which is Kaspa, XRP, and HBAR. The 3 tops that I own, but Kaspa's by far my biggest one. And during this run up to the bull cycle, I'll be looking at other projects as well, ones that may be a slightly more bigger risk potentially, like the one that Pokey Seraphine put in the chat about Telos. A reason why it's risky is because of the microcap tokens, so they are slightly risky, but it does seem to have potential. I might get into that depending on research I do into it if I think it's worthwhile, which right now I do. But yeah, those are the ones I hold. The biggest 3 bags I have right now. Kaspa by far blows them all away. And then during this bull cycle as well, I will 100% be getting into gaming projects. Ultra, Nakamoto, Miria, Vulcan Forge, GFAL, maybe a little bit of Gala as well. I don't think right now is the time for the gaming projects to explode, because right now Web3 gaming is not as good as Web2 gaming. Web3 gaming, like the quality of the games right now, no Web3 games that come out right now are nearly as good as Call of Duties or FIFAs or the GTA games. But I think in the next maybe 5 or so years, by the next bull cycle, we could potentially see that gap shrink to be basically nothing, and then Web3 gaming will take off. And most of these projects have real sound, developments going on. Vulcan Forge, I think, is one that should return to its all-time high, if not surpass it. So that's one that should, at this current moment in time, is just under a 25x, maybe a 20x from here, which, I'm very, very optimistic about. So I'll probably get into that at some point when I think it's ready. Because right now, most of these gaming projects are near the all-time lows. So I think we could still see some lower lows incoming. So I'm not, going in just yet. Do you see Kaspa getting bigger than XRP? Yes. As it stands right now, from what I've heard through, the round table, through the fact that Marathon as well are now getting into, into Kaspa as well, from the potential listing that Kaspa doesn't have yet, from the development coming, the KII, everything that Kaspa's doing, Dagonite. I think there will be a time where Kaspa is the biggest project in this space at the current moment in time. And I'm talking about its use case, not just adoption, because in terms of like price target, it probably will still be Bitcoin. But Bitcoin will become a store of value, whereas Kaspa will become a medium of exchange and peer-to-peer as well. And I think Kaspa will take over the rest of the space. Because ultimately, the institutions are using assets like XRP, HBAR, because they are secure and they're scalable, and they have small fees, quick transactions. They're good for payments, right? They're good for payments. But what they don't have is the decentralized nature of them, which some of these institutions may not want that. But from what I heard from the KII in this roundtable, a lot of the institutions really, really would love decentralization. Decentralization. They would really love that, just so it protects them from potential bad actors and even government oversight. So I think when Kaspa continues to grow in adoption and we see it still adhere to the trilemma, then I think we'll see Kaspa considerably take over the space and become, very, very valued. And right now it seems to be mainly focusing in the energy sector. And again, in accordance to what was said in the roundtable, the energy sector is one of the most valuable sectors on this planet. And in the emissions market alone, by 2030, which is only 6 years from now, it's estimated to be valued at $2 trillion a year. And the underlying assets are extremely valuable. So if Kaspa is dominating the energy sector in 6 years' time, which I think it will be, then that potentially Kaspa being an underlying asset for a potential $2 trillion market, which is insane. Very, very big. And not to mention as well that the blockchain, the KRC20, which is going to be launching ideally before the end of this month, if not early September, when that gains enough traction and adoption as well, and still stablecoin liquidity of other exchanges, some major financial institutions which currently utilize Ethereum, and they manage about $20 to $40 trillion a year. They use 95% on settlements on Ethereum. If they were to switch to Kaspa, on gas fees alone, they're saving tens of millions of dollars a year. So there's a real incentive to use Kaspa, and that's why I think Kaspa can eventually overtake the likes of XRP and the rest of the projects in this space. I understand, and I do understand why people think that, and I'm not going to put down anyone's belief, but I hold it just because I only hold it because I'm following the money. The money right now from institution is flooding into XRP seemingly. So I'm like, okay, well, if the money's going there, I might as well follow the money and put a little bit aside just in case. But the problem is XRP is not meant for retail. It's meant for institutions. So there's a chance that XRP will become very, very centralized. It already is, but it will become even more centralized as time goes on, I'm sure. But again, if I'm having a small bag in it, then the bag I have in it, if I lose it, it doesn't bother me at all. It's a very, very small bag. Please ignore my ignorance. Don't stress about it. Honestly, it's fine, George. How would the Rust migration add value to Kaspa when Kaspa does not have its own smart contracts? Well, smart contracts are coming anyways, so it's not a matter of it'll be a what will come with it as well. But ultimately, the Rust migration already happened. Just put that out there right now. Rust migration has already happened. Rust is on Kaspa right now. What hasn't happened is the 10 blocks per second hard fork. So Kaspa's running on Rust right now, but it needs a 10 BPS still. 10 BPS works on the testnet, but right now we haven't put it onto the mainnet right yet because it's a hard fork, and there's still, I imagine, some things are tweaking out right now. But again, this post here is confirmation that 10 BPS is effectively almost ready to be launched alongside the blockchain that's going to be coming out in the next week or two. And ultimately with that, you'll see Kaspa jump from 1 to 10 BPS, which will therefore mean Kaspa will go from being 600 to 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, which in itself is very, very big news, meaning more people wanted to use the protocol. And then when smart contracts come on it as well, that'll just add even more value to what Kaspa's going to do. The Rust is it's just a layer to allow everything Kaspa's building to build on it properly and grow more and more. At least that's a way of how I think about it. I noticed there was a new wallet that added 1 billion Kaspa. I'm assuming that has to be an exchange. Yes. I showed this in my last stream, the one yesterday. I'm pretty sure that was Gate, who have now. Let's check, see if they've still got 1 billion. There's another Aquaman still there. Yeah, Aquaman's here. I'm 90% sure that is Gate. which is, it's good seeing that, you've got another Aquaman. That's always good. Why Gate has 1 billion, I don't know. Maybe they're preparing for what they imagine to be a Kaspa pump due to all the developments happening. But ultimately, this is good, but it's not the best, because the more large holders means the less decentralization of Kaspa there is, in a sense. But that was Gate. I mean, either way, we can see right now the addresses right now is at 409,000 addresses. Now, obviously, people can hold multiple addresses, so not 409,000 people, just addresses, but still, we're seeing more decentralization, more adoption with Kaspa spread across different addresses, which is very, very good to see. And again, we're seeing a growth in the sharks and dolphins as well, which again just means more and more people who are in right now are in quite heavily. And keep in mind as well, this is still very, very early. Kaspa's got no tier 1s yet. No tier 1, so I'm sure we're going to be seeing a massive increase in the crabs, octopus, fish, all of these categories when the bull cycle properly starts and more people get understanding about what Kaspa's actually doing. Are you holding any meme coins? No, not right now, because I think meme coins are very, very risky. I do see the value in them, in making quick gains, and I'll be honest, I probably will be looking into them a little bit during some of the bull cycle. I might do that just to make some quick, flipping some money quite quickly to put more into Kaspa, but right now I'm not holding any. I do know some who have been holding Brett for a long time. They've made a lot of money, and congratulations to them, but I'm not holding any right now. As soon as Tier 1's exchange list Kaspa, I'm curious to see how long it will take for Americans to realise that Kaspa is the best cryptocurrency in the world. I think a lot of people are realising that now. I mean, the Altcoin Daily, one of the biggest YouTube content creators for crypto in this space, has been tweeting out about Kaspa. Lucky, who is a Bitcoin maxi since 2015 with 2.2 million followers, has been talking about Kaspa as well now. People are starting to get exposure to Kaspa, they're starting to understand Kaspa, and once the tier 1s come in and more of the casual traders start getting into Kaspa, we will see a massive growth in adoption and price, I'm sure. Low cap projects can make big gains with low capital but extremely volatile. Yeah, that's I see micro caps and meme coins in similar light. Obviously, micro caps I think are much more risky because ultimately with meme coins, when the cycle has its run up, right? If the meme coin something like Brett or Pepe or whatever, Doge, Shiba, they're big enough projects to where when the run up happens, these other projects should follow in suit. With micro caps, when the run up happens in the bull run, there is actually a chance that micro caps don't catch the bull cycle because they're just too small. There's always a possibility of that. So micro caps can be very, very volatile. So that's why they're more risky. But at the same time, that's how you can make some very, very significant gains. I'm not telling you. That's how I made money in my last bull cycle as well. Because I got into crypto during the run up to the bull cycle. I was a little bit late. And then I ended up making a lot of money through micro-capped projects during the bull cycle. At that point, Vulcan Forge was one that I made money through. I managed to do a 2x, and I got a 2x from Vulcan Forge. Believe it was around here. So that was I was very happy about that. Rust adds value because it adds more security, and Rust will make exactly. That's also another reason. Yeah, Rust effectively just adds more security, right? And it means that, and Rust is the base layer to allow the migration, the hard fork from 1 to 10 BPS. Is your title clickbait? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jonathan. I've been answering questions so long that I haven't got into it. No, my title is not clickbait. No, my title is not clickbait. It's right here. It's right here. So I'll talk about this now. So as we can see, Mr. Kaspa, the Kaspa guru, put it that this is when Marathon was selling Kaspa from the looks of things. It had 85 million Kaspa, some ups and downs, and it saw a massive drop to to be 77 million, and then it started consolidating. So they looked like they stopped dumping Kaspa, and then earlier, they started to buy Kaspa up again. So it doesn't look like Marathon's buying more Kaspa, which is good, ultimately. And I think there's a big reason for that, and I think the reason why is because there's a lot incoming for Kaspa in the next month to 2 months. I think there's a lot incoming for Kaspa, and I think Marathon realizes that, so they're trying to take advantage of that as well. Now, I might be wrong, of course. They might be buying more because they want to buy more, but right now, Bitcoin and Kaspa mining is not profitable. Neither of them are profitable. So we need to see a change in the market and see a price increase right now. So I think that's going to come very, very shortly as well. We've still got some other market sentiments like the Fed rate cuts happening in September and everything else that's coming. So we may not see it, definitely like early September, may not be till mid to late September. But at the same time, look at all of this happening right now. Binance resumes operation in India. I got informed through this on my Discord server as well by my man Cody who put in my information tab that Binance is making a grand return to the Indian market as a registered entity after 7 months it had a 7-month ban and it's now coming back. So this is the largest country in the world and the largest exchange in the world are now now back together, right? Which is very, very big. Not to mention as well that this allegedly CZ is like to be released from prison in September. So it seems like a lot of the crypto developments are starting to take place. So we're going to start seeing a massive run up. Dubai approved salaries in crypto as a landmark court ruling. China may unban Bitcoin and cryptocurrency mining in less than 7 days. Now, again, we'll have to wait and see for that. But if these are true, these are very big market sentiments, and that could do a lot of positive price action in the market. And evidently, Marathon are starting to buy a bit more Kaspa, which is good to see. And the reason why I think is because we're seeing KRC20 imminently about to be launched, meaning 10 BPS is going to come very, very soon as well. Kraken listing is going to be very, very shortly afterwards, I'm sure as well. Then you've got the likes of Binance that are also waiting. You've got the likes of the hash rate is rising higher and higher. KRI are heavily involved, and I'm sure that, again, you've got to keep in mind that Marathon, as an institution, they always act in accordance to what their shareholders want, right? And their shareholders include the likes of Jane Street, BlackRock, Vanguard, right? All the big boys at Wall Street. So if Marathon are buying more Kaspa, that's what their investors want them to do as well. So that is, again, is good to see that, the growth in it's good and it's bad, because it's bad because it means they're mining more Kaspa, or they have more adoption of Kaspa. It's less decentralized, I guess. But ultimately, at the same time, it's good because we're seeing Marathon, who only mine Bitcoin, then diversify into Kaspa, sell a little bit, and now they're buying more back or getting more back. So it is good to see, and I think there are a lot of market sentiment, a lot of catalysts happening for Kaspa, which is the reason why they're doing it. I think the biggest one, personally, is to do with the KII, because, again, in the next 2-3 weeks or so, the KRI have made some significant announcements regarding their plans and what they're doing, their partnerships with, they mentioned a lot of this in the roundtable, their partnerships with the KRC20 blockchain that's going to be coming out very, very shortly. And we can see here, quote of the day from Paul Van Son, the chairman of the KII, Kaspa is well positioned to become a pivotal cornerstone for industries like clean energy and related carbon emission reduction market. So this is, institutionally important person who their partnerships are not to be glossed over. Their partnerships include the likes of Shell, the likes of I'm trying to find it now. Maybe I've gone past it. The likes of Shell, the likes of DHL, the likes of Hyundai. Where's the post? But yeah, they got, here it is. Yeah, these are the partnerships of the DII, and some of these institutions are going to want to get access to Kaspa. We have been told already by the media team of the KII, by Panda, that we will be seeing some institutional adoption coming to Kaspa very, very shortly. It could be Shell, it could be DHL, it could be Hyundai. There are many massive banks and institutions, not just in the energy sector, but all over every sector that's part of that DII that are going to get access to Kaspa. And the KII are going to make some significant moves. They're helping out with the KRC20 to help release a stablecoin that's going to be regulatory compliant with regulations from day one. They're making a regulatory roundtable with experts from Europe, from the United States, from the MENA region, to make Kaspa compliant. They're taking some significant steps to make sure that Kaspa is in a very, very strong position to explode. And I think that's why, again, Marathon might decide to stop their selling, wait for about a week, and then start buying more again. And we may see it continue as Kaspa ends up growing as in adoption and more so in value. Mohammed, my friend, welcome. I'm good, thank you very much. How are you all doing today? How are you doing today? My largest bags are packed in Kaspa, Jasmy, and XLM. I was fortunate to get Jasmy at 0.008. Yeah, I mean, Jasmy is a project that I have covered. I think either it was you or someone else in my community. I think it was Leroy, who mentioned he got into Kaspa. Not to Kaspa, he's in Kaspa, of course, into Jasmy. And I think Jasmy, I've seen a little bit into Jasmy. I think right now it's a very, very risky asset because it's got the exchange listings, right? But I mean, it's just the graph does not look good. And the diversification of the allocation of the tokens equally aren't very good either. A lot of them are to businesses and to the developers and whatnot. So Jasmy is a project that I'd warn caution at. But at the same time, if you got in at 0.038 and currently at 0.21, so you're doing quite well for yourself. So I think you'll be okay, hopefully. But yeah, Jasmine is just one that I haven't invested into, and I will be surprised if I do, but who knows, things may change. But right now I have no desire to invest into Jasmine. Rust is also what Solana devs use. I mean, there you go. Again, more reason for why Rust is so very big. Realistically, when do you think Kas 20 would be launched? I think we saw an announcement, right? I'm going to get this announcement up. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to find it. We saw an announcement from Kaspa, the Ghost of Kaspa, who is one of the meme tokens that are going to be launching on the KRC20 Kaspa blockchain. Did I retweet it or did I save this? I'm going to just get, okay, again, I'm going to get this, again, shameless plug. I'm just, linking my free Discord server. I've put the information in my Discord server so I could find it a lot easier as well. But yeah, everything regarding, catalysts that happen in crypto or Kaspa or any, market sentiments, I put in my Discord server, and equally all of us are, sharing information. So it's a very, very good place to help learn for free, just build your knowledge. And in the Discord server, I'm going to find this post here, which clearly showcases that Kaspa, the Ghost of Kaspa, is stating that along with the help of the core dev team, so the core dev team are now getting involved, right? They have been diligently working to address previous issues and integrate new optimizations and features to enhance experience. And due to the extended time required, the Kasplex for release testnet 11 is anticipated to be launched KRC20 late August, so this month or September. Sure, my man, thank you very much for the $5 super chat donation. Thanks for daily vids. You're very welcome. I thoroughly enjoy doing them, and thank you very much for making this experience, so good for me. I thoroughly enjoy them, and I'm going to be doing them every single day. Same time every single day, which is going to be 4 p.m. GBT, 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PT, 11:30 in Australia PM. And if I change and I can't do it at the same time, I will let you all know in my Discord server for free. Obviously, free Discord server. I'll let you all know in the Discord server, and equally, I will. I'll also put it in my community post. But again, thank you very much for the super chat. You're a legend, my friend. But yeah, as we can see, the expected time launch for KRC20 seems to be in the late August this month to not September. And thanks to the announcement we've seen here, and what we saw from Oyson Lee, who's the CEO of CoinPal, who is part of the KEF, it seems that we're going to be getting the KRC20 Kaspa blockchain released very, very soon. There was a private test last weekend just gone. There should be an open test happening at some point this week, and then we should have the full release happening by the end of this month, if not September, and then we should see the hard fork migration to 10 BPS, and just going on from then. So it's very, very bullish, right? It's very, very bullish. We'll see that come out, and the reason why KRC20 is so bullish as well is because it gives miners other ways to make money. That's the biggest problem I've seen. A lot of people thinking, you can't make money right now from mining Kaspa because it's undervalued, and also because when all the Kaspa's mine, which I believe is around 2039 or something, what the miner's going to do, they're going to go somewhere else, right? KRC20 gives the miners other ways to make money by mining the KRC20 token blocks and receiving rewards from them. So again, the Kaspa blockchain KRC20 is actually much bigger than we could possibly imagine. And institutions need to be very, very happy about it. The KRI are again involved, and they want the KRC20 to be very, very good. They're going to launch stable coins on there as well. Own Kaspa stable coin, which is going to do great for liquidity as well, and bring in more adopters to Kaspa. Should I buy 10 KS0 Ultras? Do as you like, my friend. I don't think it's a bad shout. I saw something earlier when I was scrolling through my feeds, which spoke about the comparison between, here it is. Wow, I can't believe I found that. Mining Kaspa versus buying Kaspa. The thesis is simple, but the practice is a nuance. Below shows you the 18-month mining Kaspa after deducting the energy costs. Results is more Kaspa than mine. So effectively, you can make more money from mining Kaspa than you can from just straight up buying it. Now, me, myself, I'm just buying it. I'm not mining the Kaspas. But again, the mining is an investment, right? Long term. You mine Kaspa, and over the time, you'll end up making more money off it. So if you want to go for that, my friend, then by all means, go for it. I don't think it's a bad shout. And I think miners, again, thanks to the KRC20, miners will always have a way to make money through Kaspa. This reminds me definitely want to mint Kaspa, minted Goda Nacho too. Yeah, good idea. Where was I? I have 1755 Kaspa. I want to hold long term until next bull run. Is it okay? Yeah, that's fine. If Kaspa was to purely stick to the power law, which is a good indicator for the proof of work project like Kaspa, where it's going to go. I don't know how high it's going to be, but I believe it should surpass $10 by the next bull cycle. I have to look at the power law myself to actually get. I'll look at it whilst I'm off stream, so it'll take me a while to just find it. But I believe by 2029, which is when the peak of the next bull cycle is, it should be above $10. So it should have 1,755 Kaspa right now, and it reaches $10. I mean, currently sitting at 20 cents, you're golden. That's a decent sum of money. So yeah, I think you're sitting in a good position. I think, frankly speaking, as long as you own any Kaspa right now at the value it's at, and you have the ability to keep DCAing into it, which me myself, what I'm doing is I have some Kaspa obviously right now. I'm lucky to be in as early as I am. I got in at 5 cents, and every time I see the right opportunity, I DCA, I put a little bit more into it, and I filling my bag more and more. And I'm going to keep just taking small profits, but I'm going to keep filling my bag for my lifetime. Don't see why not, to keep making more money, because Kaspa is a project that should, just like Bitcoin, going to keep rising in price. That's what proof of works are like. Conservative price of Kaspa coming for alt season. I think my conservative price for Kaspa is $3, maybe $2.50, but I think $3 is conservative price. Ultimately, I think, and that's based on the power law again, but the power law takes into account the power law side of things, because it says lower end is $1.20, upper end $3. But that takes into account the emission schedule, so price over time. But that does not take into account the developments happening with Kaspa, potential tier 1 exchange listings, not take into account the KRC20 that's coming out, and the 10 BPS, and the stablecoins coming out, and the institutional adoption of the KII. There's so many factors that the power law does not take into account, and that I think are going to be very, very big for Kaspa. So that's why I think $3 for me is conservative, but again, it could be much, much higher. And if we somehow get the release of smart contracts before the end of the bull cycle, we could very well see a $7 Kaspa. It would not surprise me. If Kaspa reaches the price targets of 5 or 7 or more in the next year, will it happen slowly or gradually or suddenly, quickly and explosively? I think it depends, right? I think ultimately we're going to start seeing some explosive moves of Kaspa in the next few months to come. And depending on the developments coming out, we'll see how quick the spike goes up. I mean, ultimately, right now, it depends on Bitcoin still. As much as Kaspa's going to do its amazing thing still, this cycle is still going to be heavily dominated by institutions and Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin. So it depends on how heavily involved institutions are with Kaspa and with crypto and Bitcoin in general. So I think, again, also if smart contracts come out, that could be a very, very big catalyst that sees a quick sudden rise of Kaspa. Otherwise, then I think it will take its time. My average prediction is $5 Kaspa for this cycle, and that will be the peak of the bull cycle, which is end of October, November next year, so a little over a year from now. Very, very big. Getting involved in the energy sector, a $2 trillion market by 2030. So yeah, Kaspa's golden. Need to hold until December. If in December the price does not move, if Kaspa somehow stayed at this price till December, then that's a cause for concern. But I would be beyond shocked, dumbfounded, rickrolled. I'd be so confused if Kaspa did not increase in value by December. Because again, the reason why Kaspa's where it's at right now and why crypto's where it's at right now is because there's not enough liquidity in the market, right? Institutions are buying more and more Bitcoin ETFs here and there. Wave 2 adoption starting right now. The Fed also, as we can see, is like printing money. The money print is on. Like the global liquidity is increasing. The Bitcoin bull market is literally incoming. All the indicators are starting to come out, but also the market's in a position it's in right now because there's still the looming worry of recession right now. Not to mention as well, there are going to be Fed rate cuts in September, which again is only 12, 13 days away from now, 2 weeks. We're going to see rate cuts, and that will, as history's shown us, seen corrections in on-risk asset markets. We'll see a correction in stocks and crypto. Now, it may not be so heavy because institutional adoption is here, global liquidity is rising, money printing is on. They're seemingly taking all the course of action to limit how bad this correction will be. And again, Kaspa's releasing a lot of their developments in late August to September as this rate cut's going to happen. So we are going to see a lot of developments coming out for Kaspa around the so-called worst month of the year, which September is always a very bad month for crypto. So if Kaspa is able to pump during September, when October turns around, and October is always the best month for crypto, we can see Kaspa go parabolic then, especially if we get the Kraken listings by then as well, and maybe Binance as well, and everything else coming out. Look, we are literally in a bear trap right now. That's why everything's so boring. We're in a bear trap. That's all it is. But this happens every single 4 years, every single cycle. We are about to see a turnaround. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And I also wanted to cover this as well, which I will get into in a quick moment. Jaspi is the coin of Japan. Yeah, I have seen that as well. Jaspi is the coin of Japan, but Japan's just in itself growing quite quickly in regards to Jaspi itself just growing quite quickly. Not Jaspi, Japan. Japan's growing quite quickly in the sector for crypto as well right now. They're also alongside UAE are trying to become a fintech hub for crypto and finance sector. So yeah, anyways, as I mentioned this yesterday in my stream, gold breaks $2.5 thousand for the first time ever, which is very, very big news, right? And this is what I've been talking about again. I made a previous video on it and a previous stream on it. This here is JP. I put this in my Discord as well. I'm going to again link it. A free Discord server. So I put this in my. Everyone got access for the information for free. This is the JP Morgan 2024 mid-year outlook, right? And in said document, they have confirmed, JP Morgan have confirmed, a commodity bull super cycle is incoming in the next 6 to 18 months, led by metals. Now, this is very, very big news because it shows that we are now diversifying away from fiat and going towards alternative assets like gold. Gold has always been used as a safe haven for when the economy is not very stable. But this is also very good for crypto because it showcases that, because right now crypto is being incorporated into the monetary system and blockchain technology. So potentially we could see investors who are now drying away from fiat and going into gold. They might see, okay, maybe it's worth getting into crypto as well because that's becoming a very, very increasingly successful asset class. So this is, the rise of commodities will see the rise of crypto because this new system is meant to be a blockchain, with blockchain backed by gold. That's the terminology that all these institutions are using, that the next monetary system, the next technology for the financial system will be backed by gold. So if gold is rising in prices and they're meant to back by gold, this is very, very good to see, that we can see the rise of crypto with it as well. This security is very, very huge and nothing's more secure than Kaspa. And that's going to make it even more secure. How do you know Marathon is buying Kaspa? They could be selling it when what they've mined. I'm just purely looking at this chart here. The chart here suggests that they have more. They've seemingly gone from what's 77, 78 million up to above 78 million now in how much balance they have of Kaspa. So ultimately, whether they're buying more or whether they're mining more, not selling it, is the point being is, the title of the stream is but yeah, it is buying Kaspa, so I guess that may be slightly misleading, but ultimately my whole point was just Marathon are not selling their Kaspa right now. They're actually getting more of it. So maybe they're buying Kaspa, maybe they're just mining it. I apologize if there's a confusion with that. I will change the title once the stream is done. I can't do it mid-stream right now. I'll change the title a little later on. But ultimately right now we can see that Marathon is, they're gaining more Kaspa again, which is good to see. And if they wanted to, sell their Kaspa, they would have done that straight away, but they're not. So maybe because they're accumulating more because they're aware of what's incoming for Kaspa, which is again KII and what they're doing with the KRC20, the rough 10 BPS, the potential tier 1 exchange listing. All of this stuff is happening in the next 1 to 2 months. The KII confirmed that again they have industry partnerships coming for Kaspa in the next month. In September they're going to announce it, and also they're holding an enterprise event in September where they're going to discuss support measurements for the KII launchpad, which is very, very important, and also discuss support measurements for industries to get access to Kaspa. So again, we're seeing massive developments happening with Kaspa in institutions, and that's why I believe that Marathon, whether they're mining or buying more Kaspa, they have an increased balance in Kaspa, and they're not selling right now, and I think they're accumulating because they know what's incoming, and that is going to be an inevitable price rise for Kaspa in the next month or two, I'm sure. I'm very, very confident in that. In your opinion, do you think 100k Kaspa bag is a solid bag? Yes. Yes, I do. I think it's very, very solid. Whether you become, if Kaspa reaches $10, you become a millionaire. So, that's obviously, $10 is quite a far-fetched prediction. So that may not be the easiest thing to do, but I think it's still regarded as a very, very strong bag. especially if you're holding it long term, like I think many of us are doing, like I'm doing. If you're holding it long term, I think it's a very, very strong prediction. Caspa $1 to 5x. Yeah, very, very simple. Caspa at $1 is a 5x, and I think Caspa easily reaches $1 before the end of this year. Definitely the cycle, but I think before the end of this year as well. Hello MVE from Spain. Wow, again, we're getting people from all over the world. I've got Australia, I've got America, I've got Pakistan, I've got Spain, I'm Poland, I think. I'm Poland as well. I'm getting all over, so thank you very much, all of you, for supporting the channel. And again, if you enjoy the streams, I've been doing them daily for the past 18 days now. Feel free to leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, because this is what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying. I'm so happy I started doing this. I put it off for a long time, and I'm glad I started doing it. You guys have made it very enjoyable, so thank you very much. I don't know why I'm gaining so much Caspa. I don't. But ultimately, that's again why it's always a worry about keeping your money on exchanges, because they seem to have a hidden agenda all the time. I always keep my money off exchanges. I keep it on my Tangent wallets and my One Keys. But yeah, I don't know why they need so much Caspa. But again, I guess it is nice to see that you have an Aquaman there. I guess it's quite nice to see you have an Aquaman. But I don't know why, I don't know why it's gated for exchanges. I'm sure we'll see, similar sort of prices stuff when you get the top tiers buying it as well. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Binance is an Aquaman, if not at least a humpback. They're going to need a hell of a lot of Caspa. Considering how big the exchange is, they're going to need a hell of a lot of Caspa in order to be able to list it on the Binance exchange, because it's the biggest exchange in the world. And again, we've seen developments happening with Binance already, like being released from prison, resuming operation in India. They're starting to, gain their footing back, which is very, very big. Find project with long-term utility, buy when they're undervalued and the masses aren't talking about them, and have patience. Either way, yeah, that's precisely why this bear market has been so good. Making money in the bull cycle is fun, right? When you have to go through market cap, you have to do a really, really in-depth research trying to make money through market caps. It is fun. I had a lot of fun making money in the bull cycle last thing, but the problem is, it's fun. You're paying a lot of attention, but it's hard. This bear cycle has been, dare I say, easy. You find hidden gems like Caspa really, really early. You find other projects that are really undervalued that you think have a very good potential, which I thought XRP is definitely undervalued. And fortunately, the lawsuit's now finally coming to an end, and it should be concluded. Whether the SEC appeals or not, again, we have to wait and see. But according to the chief legal officer, Stuart Alderoty, Ripple should be paying the $125 million fine by the end of this month, most likely. And then, from there on, we should start seeing a settlement deal, and XRP will then start to, I imagine, start to surge in price. And this bull market, we will see XRP, I imagine, reach new all-time highs. So again, it's other real-world utility projects that actually have a use case, right? Beforehand, it was just crypto projects. Now, the projects that really do well are ones that have a use case, that want to actually have something to do, like something they're going to affect, right? Whether it be the finance sector, the gaming sector, the AI sector, whatever it may be, or the energy sector, like with Caspa, and the finance sector, and, well, every sector, then, in this bear market is simply just find a decent project early on that's undervalued and just be patient. Don't be emotional, be logical, and just be patient. Look long term, right? What I find interesting is Caspa's KRC20 proof of work memes. Nacho, the cat, which is Shy's cat, and Caspa that goes to Caspa. Has there ever been proof of work meme coin before? Not to my knowledge. I might be wrong in that, but I don't think so. And that's again what makes Caspa so unique. And I think the approach they're taking by adding meme coins is very, very good, because meme tokens, as we know, are very highly volatile and sought after, like niches in the crypto market. People love meme coins because you can make quick money off them, and they bring in a lot of volatility very, very early. So for Caspa's adoption to grow quickly, launching meme tokens first is probably the best thing they could do, because you can launch all these amazing projects, but if people aren't on the chain, they're not going to find them out. But if you launch meme tokens, a new blockchain with a new Caspa blockchain, which is going to be an incredible blockchain, launching new proof of work meme tokens, that's going to have so much buzz around it that people are going to want to come to the blockchain, find that, look into it, and then there'll be some that stick around and look into other parts of the blockchain and realize what Caspa's doing with it and think, oh yeah, this is a great blockchain. I want to stick with Caspa. Launching meme tokens is a very smart strategy, and again, the developers are now taking part, which is very, very big. We don't want Caspa to hit $1 next month, but at least, yeah, I don't want Caspa to hit $1 yet. I want to continue buying Caspa at cheap. I would love Caspa to stay this low until October. I don't think it will. I think it will start pushing in September, but I would love Caspa to stay low for as much as possible so I can accumulate more. But I think we'll see $1 before the end of this year. If not, I mean, it doesn't bother me either way because, again, I'm holding Kaspa long term. So I want, as long as Kaspa keeps going up in value, which it will do, I'll be fine and I'll make my money. Can't stop buying Kaspa knowing how revolutionary it is. Precisely, Ricky. Precisely. I again, it's never enough Kaspa, never too much. God, when can I retire? I mean, if you're in Kaspa, I think you'll be able to retire sooner than you think. I'll be buying 800 euros worth of Kaspa next week. I think it's a good bet. I mean, if you want to, I mean, right now we're seeing the market sentiments happening again. Right now, as I stated, the past week we've seen Kaspa consolidate around this value, and it's not moved at all. It's been very, very boring, if anything. But boring's not bad. Boring's not bad. And if you get into Kaspa right now, I still think it's a good shout. Again, under 20 cents, it's very, very undervalued. But if Kaspa, let's just say, somehow Kaspa able to stay at this value, right, leading to September, the rate cuts come in, I think we could see Kaspa come back down to, 15 at least. So that's why I'm currently waiting until the latter half of this month to see what happens. If Kaspa makes a push and breaks above 17, then I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll just buy now. Because it might be trying to make a push towards 20 at that point. Because we can see right now it's very much it's just between this region. But otherwise, then I will pray that Kaspa stays at this value. September comes around, we'll see a correction. I'll buy the dip, and then we'll start seeing a very strong reversal, I'm sure. And when the breakout happens for Kaspa, because we thought this was the breakout, all of us thought this was the breakout, and obviously it wasn't, due to the market sentiments that caused liquidity to disappear, and just leave the market. But the next breakout, when the liquidity is going to flood back in, wave 2 adoption is going to be in, all the developments Kaspa have been doing is going to finally start coming out. KRC20, 10 BPS, tier 1 exchange listings, all of that. The KII, the next bull, think about that. Think about that. KII, all is happening next month, most likely, if not early October. KRC will be out. 10 BPS will be out. Tier 1 Kraken should be out, and we might get Binance confirmation coming soon as well. And we will have KII announcements as well regarding their institutional partnership and what they're doing. Those 4 massive catalysts alone leads me to believe that when the breakout happens for Kaspa and it breaks above 20.7, it will be a very explosive breakout. A very explosive breakout indeed. Especially considering, again, Kaspa is undervalued. Heavily undervalued. It should be resistance at 37. I think we will probably see it hit the resistance. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 40 cents Kaspa once it breaks out. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And again, not to mention that in the roundtable they mentioned that there's a lot incoming for Kaspa, and Kaspa's at a boiling point, right? And Kaspa needs to increase in price because the miner's not making any money. So we need to see an explosion soon. I think we will see one. Just bought 380 more Kaspa. Good man, good man. From UAE. Wow, again, we're going worldwide. Thank you very much for joining the stream, my friend. And if you're enjoying the stream, feel free to leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And again, if you want to learn more, then feel free to join my free Discord server. Links in the description. It's on my YouTube homepage. It also is in the chat. I'll post it again. And yeah, right now we're learning so much. We've learned a lot already, and we're learning more and more every single day. So if you want to join the free Discord server, then feel free to click the link, and we'll speak more in there. Mara just raised about 300 million more to buy Bitcoin instead of selling the Kaspa. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I saw the post as well. I saw something come out after stating that it was exaggerated. Potentially, I think it was exaggerated, but we did see a post that stated that Marathon hit. No, where is it? That Marathon had bought 250 million. Yeah, here it is. Bitcoin miner Marathon to raise 250 million more dollars to buy Bitcoin, right? So evidently they're getting more and more involved in Bitcoin, and this is what the institutions want. Their shareholders, BlackRock, Vanguard, Jane Street, all the rest of them, and they're not selling their Kaspa anymore from the looks of things, which is very, very good to see. So they're building up they're accumulating and building up more of their balance again, which is good. And that means we could see an explosion coming in very, very shortly for, crypto and Kaspa, as, again, we literally are in a bear trap and approaching a boiling point. Liquidity is increasing, the money printers are on, the bull market's incoming, we're in a bear trap, we're about to see an explosion in liquidity, and a lot of high prices incoming very well, very, very soon. I don't want to try and pronounce that because I don't want to butcher the country, but again, worldwide, thank you very much. Legend. You're a legend, honestly, my friend. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for the donation, making the streams even more enjoyable for me. But yeah, we're going to make a lot of money in this cycle. I'm very, very happy about where Kaspa's going and what's incoming for Kaspa. There's so many, as Michael Sutton stated, technology-wise, Kaspa's at a boiling point, and it's quite evident to see that for what's happening the next month alone, that we are at a boiling point, very much so. And I think it's unbelievable I think it's, maybe unlikely, because I think we need to see a lot to see a $7, but I don't think it's unbelievable, because again, it's the wild card factor of institutional adoption. No one can truly comprehend how big this bull market is going to be, because we don't know what institutions are going to do. They have trillions and trillions of dollars they're flooding into crypto right now. They're building up more and more of their wealth into crypto. We don't know how much money they're going to put in. They could send Bitcoin to 250k, and if they do that, why can't capital reach 7? There'll be so much liquidity, but I don't know. Some people, some institutions, some welfare managers are stating 350k Bitcoin. I'm like, yeah, you've got to be having a laugh. There's no way. But again, we just don't know. Institutional adoption is going to send the crypto market into a frenzy, and it's really, really hard to predict where it's going to go. That's why when people are saying $10 Kaspa, as much as I think that it's very, very far-fetched, I'm not saying it's not impossible, because we just don't know what's going to happen. But I think we'll definitely see we'll definitely see Kaspa at least 25x from here, I'm sure, to $5. That's all Kaspa. Okay, yeah, I apologize. I know people get quite triggered by that. I know it's not a blockchain. Blockchain terminology given, the blockchain is just the chain I'm giving to it. Obviously, it's a block DAG. It's evolution from blockchain. I know it's a block DAG. I'm very well aware of that, but it's just blockchain terminology given to the ledger that the program and the tokens sit on top of. I know it's the first block DAG, and I know how revolutionary it is, and I know it's a trilemma solver. But blockchain is just a terminology that everyone understands. Obviously, we understand what block DAG means, but it's just to understand. Like it was just my way of just simplifying and making an understanding for everyone. So I apologize. I'll try and stop saying blockchain. I'll just say the Kaspa launch, the Kaspa platform. That's it, Kaspa platform. I'll say Kaspa platform from now on. Darcoin price predictions. Got to look at 500x. Well, I'll have a look at Darcoin for you, but that sounds way too good to be true. Oh my gosh. I see two DARs. And I'm not sure which one you're on about. And if it's not these two, and it's not on CoinMarketCap, then that is quite a worrisome thing, because CoinMarketCap has all the projects on there. So if it's not these two mines of Dalarina and Digital Assets Rights Token, then I'm not sure which one it is. So can you confirm for me which one you're on referring to? Again, yeah, that's exactly why I'm so bullish on Kaspa, because we can see this. What they're doing is revolutionary, and the KII recognize that, which is why, they're making posts more frequently now than ever before about how great Kaspa is in the future of crypto, and how they need for the projects they want to do, they need the DLT technology of Kaspa's. Oh, was Dogecoin the first proof of work meme coin? Oh, if it was, then fair enough. But regardless, the fact of the matter being that we have meme coins on a groundbreaking Kaspa platform, not blockchain, it's a block DAB, but Kaspa platform, is going to be revolutionary and bring so much more quick adoption to Kaspa. Finland, well, there you go, even more worldwide. Thank you very much for joining the stream, Andy. 60-70 cents is so cheap. Wait till 50 cents. Yeah, exactly. People right now are still waiting because they think, oh, Kaspa is doing nothing. People are just looking at this chart and thinking, people are looking at this chart right now and thinking, oh, Kaspa is not doing anything. It's it's down 1% right now according to CoinMarketCap, and it's also, even though that's a great all time, they're like, oh, over the past since the beginning of this year, December, so the past 8 months, it's done nothing, 1 cent increase, but that's because there's been no money in the market. But look at what it's done throughout the whole of the bear cycle. Insane gains. We're going to see a run-up very, very shortly, I am sure. So when people are going to wait till they get to 50 cents, they're going to be begging and wishing they bought when it was this cheap. They're going to miss out. I'm all in from Ethiopia. Wow. Oh yeah, I know where Ethiopia is, my friend. I'm part Ghanaian. So that's I guess it's West Africa. But yeah, my man, good for you. I'm so very excited to be a Kaspa holder. I feel like we are so lucky to be holding Kaspa so early. I wish you the best of health and wealth. Couldn't say it better myself, my friend. Yeah, best of health, best of wealth, and we are so very early that we are going to. Right now, if you're in this stream or anywhere, any time in the stream before 2025, I'd say you are lucky to be in Kaspa and definitely lucky to be in crypto, because so much money's been made in the cycle that is insane. Yeah, let's try and keep it low so we can all buy more Kaspa before it blows up. 100%. If you look at the Gary network, I can. As a quick, disclaimer for everyone, I am currently approaching the hour mark of my stream, and unfortunately I do have other things again that I need to get done, so I can't make a long stream for you guys today. But in saying that, if you've got any more questions, ask them quickly and I will go through what I can. And I will again be back again tomorrow, being at 4 p.m. GBT, 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PT, 11:30 p.m. in Australia. And if I change it, I'll let you guys know when I can. The Gary network, currently $4.2 million market cap, $1.1 million 24-hour trading volume, 9% down from its initial launch, is very worrying. And it's seemingly going down more and more as time goes on. It's definitely a micro cap, very, very small. It has got some big notable exchanges, no Binance and no Coinbase, but it's got other big exchanges, which is good to see. But in saying that, despite having the exchange listings, no Binance, no Coinbase, but having the exchange listings, it being down so aggressively since all of the time, like this to me is like, if I look at this project, again, just looking at market cap, volume, it's circulating supply and total supply, and it's being down all time. I'm like, okay, that does not look good. Look at exchanges. Okay, the exchanges can give it some hope or potential because it's, it's got some big exchanges, but that does not look good. It is a worrisome thing to see. The same people who look at XRP, they get the same worry. If you look at XRP, much as it's up from its all time because it's gone up, it's still like it's been doing this consolidation for 4 years, if not over that. So people have a worry with XRP as well, but the difference is, XRP is obviously a much bigger project in comparison to Gary network. But yeah, Gary network did seem a little bit. I personally don't think I'd get into it. If you want to let me know more about the project, again, let me know my Discord server, and I'll have a look through it with you. But ultimately, right now, that for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy with the look of that. It launched again in the bear cycle. So it launched, was that a similar time to Kaspa's? It launched actually slightly earlier than Kaspa. So it launched slightly earlier than Kaspa, and it's down 99% when Kaspa launched, and it's up almost 90,000%. Okay, it's the Mines one. $120 million market cap, $534 million 24-hour trading volume. Wow. Okay, higher 24-hour trading volume than market cap. That is very interesting. I don't see that very often. Total supply of 800 million, circulating supply of 611 million. Exchanges, Binance, Coinbase. So all the big exchanges, pretty much all the notable ones. I think I saw OKX, Mexi, KuCoin, Gate. Don't see it. I see Crypto.com. That's good. Don't see a Kraken. But either way, it's got some very big exchanges already, so that's good to see. And all-time chart is also down quite heavily. So again, this one's one that is like, I'm guessing Minds of Domina's gaming. Okay, it's a gaming one. Okay, so that again, so that's why I'm not too worried about that, because it's a gaming market, and that's just a market that's very, very undervalued right now because gaming is just not at that stage right now. Now again, looking at its all time, it launched it launched at the peak of the bull cycle, and came down from then. So this is a project that I would keep an eye on, because again, the gaming sector is one that is honestly quite close to my heart, and I think it has potential. And I don't think the gaming sector is going to take off properly right now. It may take some time. So DAR is something that I personally will probably do research into. I'm even going to, favorite this one, so I'll have a look at it later. One that I'm going to personally do some research into, because I want to see what it is they're building in the gaming sector and think, okay, so where's it going to go from here? Because, the fact that it has, the thing for me that is why I'm staying as well, the fact that it has such high 24-hour trading volume, and it's slightly above a micro cap, just over 100 million, but it's got such high volume that I'm like, okay, so seemingly there's a lot of adoption, there's a lot of interest in this project right now. It's just very, very undervalued, but it's got some big exchanges as well, so that it gives me some hope. So I'll probably look into it in this cycle, And if it returns just to its initial launch of $3, that's a 15x. So that's decent. So I don't think it's one that is hard to judge, right? It's one that I think it's not like the one I mentioned earlier. Gary, I think one's just I wouldn't want to look at personally. Apologies for disclosure crypto. I'm not slating you by any means. It's one that I'm personally quite worried about. It being such a small project with, and again, once it has some big exchanges, it's just a cause for concern for me. But this one, again, being the gaming sector, again, I look, what's the about for the Gary network? I don't even see an about. Oh, it's here. Web3 short form video India. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Again, if you want to let me know more in the Discord. Gary Network's one that I if you were to able to prove to me why you think it's good and show me some more information about it, but okay, cool. But I wouldn't actively seek this one out. This is one that I think Mary's Dar's one that I think I actually could potentially look into, because I have a soft spot for gaming sectors, and I know gaming sector is what I got into in crypto when I came in the last cycle. Those are my main investments when I came to the last cycle, so I have a better understanding of how good the gaming sector is going to be. Honest answer, will you be holding Kaspa? I'll be holding Kaspa my whole life. That's honest answer. I'll be taking profit, of course. I'll be taking profit, definitely. But I'll be holding, I will never not have a Kaspa bag. I'll be holding it my whole life, 100%, no doubt about it. I mean, that would be insane if this is a 500x potential. I'm not saying it's not going to be. I can't say that for sure. But this is something that, again, being the gaming sector, if the gaming sector was to take off properly, and the games properly catch up, everything is really, really good, then I wouldn't say no. 500x is insane. So if that was a truth of the matter, then that'd be insane. But this is one, again, that I'll probably have in my to do a lot of research into. That looks very promising. Again, the volume in itself is so enticing. People with small bags of cash, I'm certainly sure, can multiply it a lot at playing. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, again, there are other ways you can build money in this market, not just in Kaspa. You can build it through, investing into other small caps, memes, whatever. Obviously, they're risky, so be careful and do it on discretion. Make sure you do your own research. But I think people who get into Kaspa memes early, when the Kaspa blockchain launches, as long as you're, again, careful, because they will probably be very, very volatile. You could potentially make some quick money. I know some people in my community are going to invest into memes, and equally, I might look into some of them as well. Make a quick investment, and then flip that money and turn it into Kaspa again. Most mint values, we mint the tokens at our 100k market cap to be 150k depending on the meme. Yeah, exactly. There's other ways to make money. Money printers are turning on. How many bull runs have you been in? This is my first. I joined at the leading up to the last bull cycle. So I probably joined crypto around 2020. I think I joined around 2020 when the market was starting to turn. And I was doing my research, and I didn't get into anything big. I was just doing research because I wanted to understand it more and more. And then I probably got involved when the bull market was actually starting. And then at the top of it, when I was like, okay, well, I can't make any money really, because all the projects that everyone talks about, the XRPs and the Ethereums, the big caps that everyone talks about, the Solanas back in the last bull cycle, I couldn't make money off because they were already at their all-time highs. So that's when I started looking how to make money through the micro caps, the ones that are more risky. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I did. They're risky, but I'll be disclosing my strategies for that closer to the time when it's necessary, because there's never not going to be a time not to make money, right? I'll be talking about trading and stuff that I'll do as well. You're very welcome, Adam. Again, I'll do this every single day. Both you two, everyone in the stream. I appreciate you all. You all are legends in this space, and I thank you very much for joining and making this so enjoyable for me. And again, if you want to learn more, as you enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to learn more, join my free Discord server. Link in the chat, in the description, and on my YouTube homepage. And we're just building our knowledge more and more, trying to build our wealth, build our knowledge, to find true crypto gems, to be a part of what is going to be the biggest wealth transfer in history. There's no doubt about it. My friend is sitting on 100x profit on Kaspa. He bought at like $4 million market cap. Okay, that is insane. So big up to your mate. And to answer your question, you're not late. you're not late. You're not remotely late on Kaspa. Kaspa's at 16 cents, and this is a project that could easily, in my opinion, go to $5 in this cycle. And it's a project that if you were to hold long term, 10, 20-year investment, if not even more than that, it could reach the hundreds, if not thousands. So I don't think you're late at all. I think you're in a very, very early position, very, very early, especially now that Kaspa's getting to the energy sector thanks to the KII. Crypto is becoming an integral part of the monetary system. Kaspa's going to be a very big part of that. The KII are also sorting out regulations for Kaspa, and when they launch a stablecoin, to get it regulated on day one. And I've showcased in my previous streams as well, JP Morgan stating and Harvard stating that stablecoins are very, very important. Regulated stablecoins are very, very important, and stablecoins can disrupt and take over the SWIFT system, which is the messaging system we use for fiat right now. So you're not late. You're not late at all. What is it that's game changing on Kaspa? Well, I'm going to be honest. I covered that earlier in the stream. If you stay tuned to all my streams, you'll hear me talk about it pretty much every single stream. But I'm not going to go into it right now because it could take me 20 minutes. Because there's so much game changing about Kaspa, about why it's so big. The short and sweet answer is the blockchain trilemma solver. That's that, and people don't seem to give it enough credit for being the only one to do that. But the fact that the KII stayed in this roundtable, which I'm going to link in the chat for you all as well, so you can take a listen to it as well. Or equally, again, if you look at my Discord server, I have it. I made a thread in it on my daily information tab where you can just read through the crucial key parts of what was stated in this roundtable. Where the KII start talking around the 40-minute mark of the stream. They start talking. There's a lot of information that was said earlier as well, but the 40-minute mark when Rory O'Neill starts speaking, they speak about everything they're doing with Kaspa and how big it is, and the fact of the matter is the reason why they wanted to get Kaspa is because it's the trilemma solver, and that's ultimately what they're saying. That it's a very, very big deal. They need something that is going to be able to do DLT solutions at scale, which no other project can do, and they want decentralization, but only Bitcoin and Kaspa are decentralized. But Bitcoin is not scalable, so Kaspa solves that. I'm depending on Kaspa. I don't think it's a bad shout. Me personally, I diversify my bets, but at the same time, I think it's a good shout. So good to you, Mohammed. Just made it. Been busy the last few days. That's all good, Leroy, my man. I know you've been here every single stream, and I know you watch them anyways. And you're also very interactive in the community as well. So you are a legend. Don't worry about it. And besides, I'm going to be doing it every single day. So if you miss one or two, it's not the end of the world, right? I know you'll be here. You'll be a long-time member. I'm for sure. I'm very, very certain about that. Don't stress about it. But I'm going to be wrapping up very, very shortly. Man, if Kaspa would just hit $400, yeah. I mean, think about if you're holding Kaspa extremely long term, it would one day, I'm sure. Good morning, Charles, my man. Good morning. And final question that stands right now: $400 is a possible future. Yeah, there you go. $400 for Kaspa is not unachievable. It's a possible future. It's just a very, very long term prediction, but it is possible. But anyways, that's going to be it for the stream. Currently now it's just surpassed an hour. I think currently an hour and 7 minutes. Thank you very much for all watching. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you're late to the stream, feel free to watch it back, because again, it was a very informative stream. We talked about how the fact that Marathon seems to be building up their accumulation of Kaspa once again, which is very, very big news, and potentially they're doing so because of all the developments coming with Kaspa in the next month. KII, KRC20, 10 BPS, potential Kraken listing. So much more coming for Kaspa. We're seeing some real world developments happening right now. The market flipping, Binance, going back into India, CZ going to be releasing prison very, very soon. A lot coming. So again, if you enjoy the stream, feel free to leave a like. I'll be back again tomorrow, same time as always. And if you want to learn more, join my free Discord server. And if Ethereum did if Ethereum did hit 2K, Kaspa would do it too. Yeah, I think Kaspa will be able to flip most projects. Kaspa will become a top 10 in this bull run. And when smart contracts come out in the future to come, Kaspa could become a top 3, top 2, dare I say even top 1 crypto. Kaspa is revolutionary and it will take this place by storm. But thank you very much for watching. And as Mohammed says, be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. GBT, 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PT, and 11:30 in Australia, certain parts of it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and I will catch you all tomorrow.